Hey guys, Papa Pete back again today. Another pickup video, and this one is kind of different. I've got a great pickup, a Intellivision homebrew pickup that came from Collectorvision today. And I've also got some amazing gifts from my buddy on Astro Smash, DJC, Chuck from DJC Game Studios. Can't wait to share them with you. Right, Coco? She's really excited, can't you tell? Here we go.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
Coco wants to remind you to check out IntellivisionCollector.com for all your Intellivision collecting needs. Whether it's accessories, homebrews, or games from the original 125, check out IntellivisionCollector.com. Alright, just like every other video, I'm going to start off with a local microbrew, and this one is from Picaroons, one of my all-time favorites right here in Fredericton, New Brunswick. And this is a relatively new one. And at the same time, it reminds me an awful lot of an old one. And it's the newly released Picaroons 506 Dark Wheat Ale. Let's take a look at this. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking when I pour this out. I can remember they used to have another dark wheat ale a few years ago. And it was one of their best sellers and one of my favorites that they ever had. And it was called Dark and Stormy Night. And the story behind Dark and Stormy Night was, you may have also heard about a drink called a Dark and Stormy. And there was a bit of legal issues regarding the name of it. And Picaroons ended up having to change the name of their beer from Dark and Stormy Night. And after a couple minor changes, it was relabeled as a DSN. And I noticed that we were just talking about that this summer, that we hadn't seen DSN in the stores lately. And all of a sudden, out comes Dark Wheat Ale. And I really think it's Dark and Stormy Night all over again. It's the same beautiful light brown color. It's like a dark beer, but at the same time, it's not a stout. It's not a porter. It's a really great tasting, but darker beer. So here we try. I gotta try it. I've only had one of these ones, and that's just what it reminded me of. It's beautiful. It's a great beer. If you ever get the opportunity to try this from Picaroons, whether it's on tap or in the can, by all means, please do so. Picaroons 506 Dark Wheat Ale. Brand new release and really worth getting. The first thing I'm going to share with you is a gift that I received from Chuck from DJC Game Studios. And you might know Chuck from his great YouTube channel. Check him out. I'll put a link to his channel down below. But we also do together on his channel a live stream every Monday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Papa Pete time, called Astro Smash. Usually joining us, it's myself, Chuck, and Jeff from GoGameGo. And Nick, Geeks with Cash, has been on there quite a bit. Different people have been on over the weeks, and it's a really great show if you love to talk about the Intellivision, a bit about the Amico, and also some other things as well, just gaming things in general. It's lots of fun, and I really enjoy doing it every Monday night. So what he sent me is some t-shirts. First and foremost, and I have now, for the show, my very own Astro Smash Mondays DJC Game Studios t-shirt. Isn't that great? Gotta love that design right there. But that's not all. He also sent one of his regular, sort of scriptish logo designs. DJC Game Studios, Devastating Just Cause. So that's fantastic, but it's still not all. He sent me one more shirt, and it's a design that you might have seen by the great Slappy Marsden, and that is one of Chuck's little catchphrases. It's a jaw dropper, and I love that design. Of course, if you've seen any of Slappy Marsden's designs, you know how great they are. He's just a master with Photoshop or whatever software he uses to make those. So Chuck was really lucky to get, first of all, Slappy to make that design for him, and then, of course, to be able to put it on a shirt like that. Now, he does now have his own store and website. He also does music at DJCGamestudios.com. These particular shirts aren't available per se. These are available nowhere. But there are shirts available from DJC, so go to his website, check it out, buy some of his music for the Intellivision, and also check out the t-shirts. Pick one up because they're great. They're really good quality t-shirts. You never know. You may see these designs on there sometime, but for now, like I said, they're available nowhere. hold it. One more thing he sent me is he sent me, along with the shirts, a package of the collectible cards from it's the Walter Day collection, video game collection from 2014. And this is the entire set of 15 different Intellivision box covers. And the back has some information on them. They have there's all kinds of different games: Triple Action, Skiing, Utopia, Poker, Blackjack. You got both Advanced Dungeons and Dragons games are right there. It's just amazing. One of my all-time favorite games, Tron Deadly Disc. A lot of the games that I've already done on the 125 as well, like for example, Locket Chase is in here, Auto Racing, which I just did. And speaking of Locket Chase, actually, on the back of these cards, I'm going to find Locket Chase. There it is. On the back of these cards, I'll give you a close-up here, is our high scores. And if you look on there, second overall high score, well, actually, it's first overall high score now. Chris Dumaresque, my buddy from Vancouver, BC, the world record holder in Intellivision Locket Chase. If you recognize the Todd Rogers name, that's a fella who all of his records were wiped off the books at Twin Galaxies not long ago due to the problems that he had. There was issues with the validity of the scores he was submitting. So now, Chris Dumaresque, I did an interview with him back on December 29th, so it's really interesting. We talk a lot about him playing Locket Chase, him setting the record, and it was just after I released Locket Chase on the 125, a few days before that. So it's a lot of fun. I'll put a link to that video down below, and it's just go back and take a look. It's really fun talking with Chris about the record and about Intellivision Locket Chase. Anyway, thank you, Chuck. Thank you so much for sending me these fantastic shirts. And I couldn't believe it when I saw those cards. I'd heard of them before, but I'd never seen any. And certainly didn't have any before. And I'm so thrilled to get them. One last thing about the cards. Actually, the Atari Creep just did a video earlier today about the different cards. He said he had them for a while, but he decided just to go through them and talk about the backs and stuff a little bit. So check out that video from the Atari Creep. You'll be glad you did. Next up, I've got this box right here. It is something that I ordered not too long ago. Some Intellivision Homebrew from CollectorVision. So let's put on a little bit of RGC. I'll open it up. We'll take a look.
And do it up all day and night. Never running left, always running right. You pretty baby.
Packing peanuts. Packet peanuts. I hate packet peanuts. Oh well, hey, it's great. It's going to keep these games well protected. Let's clear those out of there without getting them everywhere, because the cats and the dog and everything will be carting them all off. Oh! And what we have here are two games that they just released not long ago. I'll get them all. They're wrapped up in here together. And the very first one I'm going to show you is the classic arcade hit Gorf. And that is a beautiful glossy box. Absolutely nice. So let's pull the other one out now too. It's pretty much out anyway. And I also got a copy of the Good Enough, which is a platformer specially designed for the Intellivision. Sort of like a sequel to Goonies 2, or at least a Goonies base game. So I've seen some gameplay online and stuff, and I'm really excited to have these two games. Gorf, I mean, classic all-time shooter. Love playing that game. I can't wait to try it out. And this one also is, says It Talks, so it's for use with the Intellivoice as well. And then finally, Good Enough, and I know this has absolutely great music in it. Probably take a look at both of these games in an upcoming edition of Any Homebrew Spotlight. I believe this is actually my first games that I've ever gotten from CollectorVision, so I'm really excited to check them out. Anyway, doesn't get any better than that. A couple fantastic homebrew games and a whole bunch of packet peanuts. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely, Coco? You don't want to play with them, do you? You're too lazy. Anyway, guys, that's it for today's pickups. It's pretty quick, but some awesome t-shirts and great cards. Gifts from Chuck at DJC Game Studios. Make sure you check out his channel. And two fantastic Intellivision homebrew titles from CollectorVision. Man, beautiful. I love collecting these homebrews. Anyway, guys, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Did I forget anything, Coco? No? We'll see you next time. Take care.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50.
Howdy folks, TK here from the Intellivision Amico Society. You're watching Papa Pete, the old guy gamer. Old guy? Hey, he's kind of like me.
hell.